Hey guys, welcome back to CLOCKWISE Crypto. Hope you guys are moving forward in everything that you do. Happy Thanksgiving for those who celebrate, but let's dive into these markets. Got some major alpha news to share with you and kind of a mindset play here to show you guys to not give in to the distractions that are coming right now when it pertains to these markets. So taking a look here at Bitcoin, Bitcoin doing what it does, pulling back a little bit, which is okay. We do not mind that. Pullbacks are good. Pullbacks confirm that we are in a healthy market. So I see a pullback. I'm not freaking out at all. Like, if anything, for valuable assets, you want pullbacks so that you can get in at a better price, ultimately to accumulate more. Pullbacks are good. Like we talk about all the time, you got to change the mindset. But when I dive into this article here, we talk about altcoins, and that's the topic of this video, some altcoins, because I do think that there's smoke and mirrors in play to distract you from focusing on altcoins. I believe altcoin season is here. And let's dive into this article real quick. So in this article here, I saw altcoin season delayed due to lack of fresh retail capital. Now, we just saw a ton of altcoins move over the past 3 weeks, three weeks or so. Okay. We've seen a moon. Of course, no altcoins have made, not many altcoins have made new all-time highs. Most have not. But that does not mean we are not in altcoin season as of right now. Altcoin season delayed due to lack of fresh retail capital. I disagree with this entirely because I think this is a play to distract people until it's too late, and then people are going to accumulate at terrible prices, right? I think altcoin season is here. We've seen it. We've seen the movement. We've seen the gains already. It's just not necessarily, completely exploding immediately. I think it's what we're seeing now. I think it's over time, gradually, is really what historically, and from my experience as well, historically, that's what we've seen in the markets. We've seen 10%, 10%, 10%, 10% over weeks, over extended period of time. And then when it's too late, altcoin season's here, we already cleared all-time highs, then you're too late. You're too late because you already bought near all-time highs or past all-time highs. You're a bit too late. Now is the time. Now is the time. And I think, we can go to, a ton of different altcoins to confirm that. So he's going based off of, this data and pretty much saying that, no, there's not a ton of new retail money coming in, which may be true, but we're already seeing the momentum. So what we've been seeing, I believe, is just the beginning of altcoin season, because it's not going to look the same because the conditions are not the same. So I don't think we should expect the same. We're making these gains and we're in the bull run, right? Meanwhile, we have the entire world from a judicial and regulatory standpoint saying, no, crypto, we're banning crypto, we don't want crypto, well, let's figure out how to tax it. The times have changed. So what altcoin season looks like is going to change, because we have a ton more momentum, a ton more bullish sentiment, a ton more support in the industry. So with that being said, I don't believe, we even have ETFs for altcoins now. It's not just a Bitcoin ETF. Now there's Ethereum ETF. Now there's HBAR ETF, Cardano ETF coming. Like, it's a ton of different ETFs coming as well. And I believe that it's not going to look the same. So we should not expect it to look the same if the conditions are different. Or if the conditions are not the same, why would it look the same? If anything, it's going to be more amplified and longer, which is a good thing. So here, there will be no echo fractals of mid caps, low caps pumping after Bitcoin pumps as investors chase returns higher on the risk curve. This is normal part of the markets. We see this in equities, just in alts, will be weaker each cycle on from the great 2017 alt bubble. I disagree. Here he's saying there's several indicators that may signal retail trailers already catching FOMO. Open interest in the Ether futures market reached a new high November 27, indicating the heightened market interest in potential bull run for smart contract asset that could spill over into other crypto assets. Now, I hear what he's saying, guys, and I get it, but there's some intangibles in here that we have not seen before, and I think that it's just not being factored in. It's not even being priced in. It's just not. So I believe that you need to do some research, guys. Do some research, and you'll see. Like, we'll see that, okay, conditions have changed, and that's okay. That's okay. And I believe that, once we recognize that and we realize the conditions have changed and the markets may look a little different, I don't think saying altcoin season's over, people are not going to be doing it. Like, no, more people will. I think more people will. We have Ethereum ETFs. So what gives you the impression that Ethereum will not boom? Like, under what will give you that impression? Okay. Like, if anything, we're looking at these cycles, right? We're taking a look here at the altcoin cycle, and we see this, right? We see the altcoin cycle. There's nothing saying that we're not in motion for at least phase one. Now take a look at this historic, pretty much phase of altcoin season. Now, phase one, Bitcoin money flows in Bitcoin, causing price surges. We're seeing that. Next, during phase one, we're seeing money flows into Ethereum, but struggle to keep up with Bitcoin, right? Ethereum goes back and forth with Bitcoin opening, starts outperforming it eventually. We're in that phase right now. We're in that phase right now where Bitcoin's killing it. We're in that phase right now where Ethereum's doing fairly well. Ethereum's not underperforming right now. Ethereum's doing well. Despite what everyone's saying, Ethereum's doing well. It's up for this year, it's up 73% for this year, almost near its all-time high, not too far off. Okay. So Ethereum's doing well, right? Now it's not as sexy. It's not as in your face as some other altcoins, but Ethereum's doing well, which gives me great confidence to say money flows into Ethereum, and we're at that phase, right? We're not at that phase where Ethereum's outperforming Bitcoin yet, because even if you take a look here at, we're just looking at the year. We're looking at the year for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's up is about 172 or 152%. Okay. Which is fairly well. Ethereum's not that far behind, like, for the year. Ethereum's at, for the year, 73.59%, almost about 74%. Okay. Bitcoin's at 152 or 153%. Okay. It's not that far off. It's just not. Okay. It's not that far off. Typically what's going to happen is Bitcoin's going to explode. Boom. Ethereum's going to explode with it. Bitcoin's going to taper off. Bitcoin's going to start to pull back a little bit and just, sideways, just range. It's going to range, right? When it's ranging, Ethereum's going to keep steam up. Once Ethereum keeps steam up, it ends up outperforming Bitcoin. Then money starts to trickle into large caps, which is altcoins, and altcoin season is going to explode, right? That's typically what we've seen. Now, this is what has happened the bull runs that I've been in, the 4-year market cycles I've been in. It may look a little different now with the large institutions, governments, right? Regulation coming. It may look a little different, but the gains and the opportunity, I think that's not a bad thing. It's going to look better than what we've seen. We hit altcoin season. We've been in bull runs with no regulatory clarity and no support globally. Now we have that, and we have that framework. We have countries adopting Bitcoin as a reserve currency. We have countries adopting the technology. It's going to be better. It's not going to be worse. Okay. Just wanted to point that out here. So let's dive right into another article here. Experts say buying XRP now is still cheap. XRP was chosen long ago. Here it's saying XRP holds above the dollar psychological level despite several pullbacks. XRP surged 8%, currently trading at 143, guys. This is another project that was deemed dead. This is another project people were saying, sell your bags, it's dead, don't worry about it, which even with all the data with XRP leading the way when it comes to leading the way when it comes to fighting the SEC, fighting the government regulatory system that we're deeming them a security. How in the world does that fail? If they're the front runners and they win, how is it dead? I never even got that, yet. Full disclaimer, I hold XRP. Been holding the bag for like 4 years, whatever. And I was one of those anti-XRP people. You guys know the story when it was called Ripple. And, with that, new information changes situations, guys. I got informed. I saw what was going on. I'm saying, look, this is a great opportunity. And, they're solving a real problem. So here in this commentary, he's saying that XRP and XLM, including XLM in here, he says he finds fascinating that big names and well-known commentators are just acknowledging this potential. It's funny perspective. He's saying he went on to boldly assert that XRP and his rival Stellar was chosen long ago, and seeing them as promising assets for future of finance. Love it. Love what I'm seeing here. He said if everyone would be so positive about XRP and XLM if they weren't performing well. So he said he wonders if everyone would be so positive about XRP and XLM if they weren't performing well. I mean, we've seen that. We've seen that already. No one was bullish about XRP and XLM until recently. Okay, like we've talked about XRP, a few of us, but I'm talking about the masses. No way, no way. So he's noted many holders will be criticizing their XRP and XLM investments, if otherwise, as both have a history of underperformance due to a variety of reasons. Due to the SEC lawsuit, XLMs due to the lack of marketing. They're not really out there. They're just doing the work. XLM's almost like a Cardano, like not much marketing. I think XLM's probably worse. XLM's worse than Cardano when it comes to marketing, 100%. Like getting the word out. They just do the work behind the scenes, not flashy, not sexy, and then boom, adding value, right? And almost that might want to be a criteria when you're looking at altcoin projects, because we're seeing it's not necessarily about the hype. It's about the result. It's about the value add. It's about the execution and solving a problem, and there not being any hiccups because you're doing it and building it the right way. So wanted to talk about that. Wanted to talk about XRP, definitely a sleeping giant. And this article has a lot of gems in it because, we know how these two projects were when they weren't performing well. It was deemed as, the price action sucks. It's terrible, but they're adding value and they've done the work. And despite being handcuffed due to pretty much the SEC, aka Gary Gensler, they've continued to push forward, continued to establish those partnerships, most of whom were waiting on the sidelines for the lawsuit and the verdict to be over, right? So definitely wanted to highlight that, guys. Take a look at these projects, and I do not think we are that far away from altcoin season. I think altcoin season is here. I think it looks a little bit different, but I don't think the difference is a bad thing. So guys, hope you guys got some value out of this video. Keep moving forward in everything that you do. We'll see you soon.